Good Monday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And once again, a fabulous day all across north central Washington. And what a day today to be up at Lake Chelan as we look down at beautiful Lake Chelan from our Bear Mountain Sky-Fi Tower camera. And hardly a cloud in the sky out there today for our Monday as we get into the end of August now. Still a full month of summer left and lots of folks out there enjoying this final day of summer. But I'll tell you what, for a lot of people, it really hasn't felt like summer. Not a lot of 90-degree days in the Wenatchee area. Take a look at that chart. In orange are the days last year that we had 90-degree weather. That was 34 of them in Wenatchee. Average is about 29. This year in blue, 22 is all 90-degree days here in the Wenatchee area. Spokane only 9 times reaching 90 degrees, and even warm Ephrata only 23 times reaching 90 degrees or plus. So we are running out of days to hit 90 degrees, but it looks like we'll do it sometime this week, maybe a couple of times this week, and we'll talk more about that coming up a little bit later on in your weather forecast. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. State troopers report a Quincy man was driving impaired when his SUV collided with a semi-truck in Grant County on Saturday. Speaking of Grant County, a firefighter there responding to a wildland fire in the Royal City area was injured after a brush truck she was driving overturned. And the state's largest wildfire, the Williams Flats fire near Lake Roosevelt, is now 85% contained. But first, we begin tonight. A 2-vehicle crash near Ephrata injured 5 people Sunday morning. Troopers say 58-year-old Kathy McFall of Castle Rock failed to yield to another vehicle when she entered Highway 28 at Alder Road. Her Ford Taurus struck a car driving eastbound on Highway 28 that was driven by 55-year-old Roger Christensen of Ephrata. Both drivers and their passengers were treated at Samaritan and Columbia Basin hospitals. Traffic was slowed during that investigation. State troopers report a Quincy man was driving impaired when his SUV collided with a semi-truck in Grant County on Saturday. It happened on Highway 243 near Shawana. 33-year-old Victor Villagra was injured and airlifted to Central Washington Hospital after his southbound Ford Yukon drifted over the center line, striking an oncoming Freightliner truck, which was driven by 39-year-old Kenneth Redlin of Wenatchee. Redlin and a passenger in Villagra's vehicle were not hurt. Troopers say Villagra will be charged with first-degree negligent driving. The State Patrol also noted that drugs or alcohol was involved. A Grant County firefighter responding to a wildland fire in the Royal City area was injured after a brush truck she was driving overturned. Grant County Sheriff's Office reports a 30-year-old Samantha Wright from Grant County Fire District 10 became trapped in the vehicle and was extricated by fellow firefighters. The driver was then transported to Samaritan Hospital in Moses Lake, and her injuries were reported to be minor. Well, the state's largest wildfire, the Williams Flats fire near Lake Roosevelt, is now 85% contained. Today's activities on the 44,515-acre fire will continue to focus on line construction in far northeast sections of that fire. The western section of the fire is in patrol status, while the southern section is in mop-up. There are still several areas of unburned fuel within the interior of the fire. They're not a threat, but as the weather warms, they will continue to burn and more prominent smoke will be visible. There are currently 500 fire personnel working that fire, including 19 engines, 8 dozers, and 8 water tenders. Coming up next, we have dramatic video from Douglas County Fire District 2 of a car fire Friday in East Wenatchee. The Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife says the 4 remaining members of the OPT wolf pack in Washington has been lethally removed. And first responders throughout the state are paying tribute today to the 3 firefighters who died 4 years ago in the Twist River fire and another who was seriously injured. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Being able to support yourself and your family is an important part of who we are. We all need to know we're able to provide ourselves with a secure future. Some job seekers have a harder time finding work. That's why Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is here, a free walk-in job search assistance program designed to help people find work. When you shop at or donate to Goodwill, you're really being a job creator. Make plans to attend the August 30th grand opening of the all-new Goodwill on Columbia Center Boulevard in Kennewick.
If you want to work in IT, here's a tip. Employers value IT certifications. 91% say they play a key role in hiring. 72% require them for certain job openings. Improve your odds of getting the job. Enroll in the Computer Networking Systems program at Charter College. In 14 months, you could earn an associate degree and 6 IT certifications. Get started at chartercollege.edu/IT, where we work to get you to work.
AC Checker has new owners who put customer service first. When you have to get there on time, call fast, friendly, reliable AC Checker, 663-TAXI. AC Checker has the industry's only on-time or it's free guarantee. Conditions apply. Call AC Checker, 663-TAXI to schedule your cab or schedule online at acchecker.com. Call American Classic Taxi, 663-TAXI. That's 663-8294.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
Welcome back. In another news, check out this dramatic video from Douglas County Fire District 2 of a car fire Friday in East Wenatchee. Firefighters were dispatched Friday to a structure fire at Cashmere Valley Bank. Firefighters arrived to a vehicle on fire in the ATM drive-thru. The fire was isolated to the vehicle and contained quickly. Fortunately, nobody was injured and no structures became involved. Well, the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife, or WDFW, announced over the weekend that the 4 remaining members of the OPT wolf pack has been lethally removed. A news release issued by the agency says a series of WDFW investigations had shown the pack responsible for 29 attacks on cattle in federal grazing lands in the Kettle River Range of Ferry County. WDFW Director Kelly Suswin says the OPT pack has been involved in 14 livestock predations in the last 10 months, with 9 in the last 30 days and a total of 29 since September of last year. Suswin says the cattle rancher who owns the affected livestock took several proactive non-lethal measures to reduce conflicts between wolves and livestock, and WDFW will continue to monitor for wolf activity in that area and work closely with producers. Elimination of the OPT pack leaves the state with 26 confirmed gray wolf packs. First responders throughout the state are paying tribute today to the 3 firefighters who died in the Twist River fire and another who was seriously injured. Rick Wheeler, Andrew Zajac, and Tom Bazuski were killed August 19, 2015, when the vehicle they were in was overcome with fire. Daniel Lyons survived but was severely injured and spent 3 months in the burn unit at Harborview Medical Center in Seattle. He's now doing well after almost 100 surgeries. Earlier this year, he met with Hillary Franz, State Commissioner of Public Lands.
I was involved in the Twist River fire in 2015, and on August 19th, I was severely burned. Spent about 3 months in the hospital. Since then, I've been trying to advocate for better training for firefighters and better safety techniques. I wanted to meet with Commissioner Franz and talk about how much I support her $55 million initiative that she's pushing forward to partially provide firefighters with better training and safer techniques and permanent positions for trainers to teach future generations of firefighters. And so when I hear commissioners and folks who want to provide better training to firefighters, it really touches my heart, because that is something that I want to really dedicate my life to, advocating for future generations of firefighters receiving better training.
The Twist River fire, which started when power lines ignited a tree, was one of 5 fires that comprised the Okanagan Complex fire. Those fires combined to burn more than 300,000 acres back in 2015. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's features story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
Arctic Refrigeration and Heating, serving North Central Washington, is proud to offer the finest heating and cooling air quality products along with prompt and professional customer service since 1984. Regardless of the temperature outside, Arctic is here for you. Arctic offers a variety of services: residential and commercial heating, air conditioning, commercial refrigeration, as well as planned fall and spring maintenance for the overall well-being of your system. Call Arctic Refrigeration and Heating for your heating and cooling needs.
Dear Mary Maids, please clean the kitchen, and the cabinets, and floors, and the chairs. And I wish you could clean the dog. Colin is now feeding himself. Thanks, Megan.
Hi, Megan. No worries. We got it all cleaned up. Let's hope Colin gets past the spaghetti flinging stage soon. Till then, we've got you covered. See you next time. Mary Maids.
Some jobs take more than skill. They require something deeper, an innate devotion to the communities in which we live. At Gisa Credit Union, we help you support law enforcement, firefighters, teachers, and veterans. With every purchase you make with a Gisa Local Heroes Affinity debit card, we make a donation to select organizations. After all, we can never repay them, but we can do our best to help a little with the Gisa Local Heroes Affinity debit card.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air. 662-6846.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. The Women's Service League of Wenatchee, of North Central Washington is hosting its annual summer membership social this week. Women of all ages are invited to become members and be involved in such signature events as My Girlfriend's Closet and Touch a Truck. In tonight's feature story, Service League President Callie Klein and Marketing Chairperson Corey Bautista join Dan Kuntz on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with more on this year's Summer Social.
We are in the midst of our member drive. Our summer social kicks off this Wednesday at the Locotel Pybus Event Center, and we're excited to welcome all of the ladies of Wenatchee Valley and North and wherever they want to come from to join us to learn more about the organization and come have some fun.
Yeah, and you've been on the show before. You ladies do have a lot. Yes, it's a lot of hard work. We were just talking about how much work goes into My Girlfriend's Closet, but you girls have a lot of fun, don't you?
Oh, tons of fun.
We do, and there's a really great camaraderie. I think when you talk to a lot of the women who have been doing this for a long time, for as, gratifying as it is to, have a major Girlfriend's Closet event be so successful, give away 300 prom dresses, so on and so forth. It's really the friendships and the camaraderie that really make Women's Service League special.
How many PIT members have you had from the very beginning, charter members that are still with the group? Because it's, 11 years old now? I mean...
Yeah, that'd be actually interesting to figure out. I don't think we've counted how many people are still around from the beginning. I am.
Yeah.
And then there are several other people who have supported, over the years. And it's that support and that mentorship and leadership that has helped Women's Service League grow over the years.
Is it a hard sell? I mean, to get some of the girls to, hey, come join us and do good things?
It's really not. It's just a matter of getting the word out there, because a lot of people all year long say, I want to be part of that. I want to be part of that, especially at the events, My Girlfriend's Closet and things like that. But we do only open up membership for a few months. So it's just getting the word out that now is the time. And usually they come because they know that we're doing some amazing things.
Time now for a check of your north central Washington weather forecast. And before we get into those details, let's take a look outside our weather window and up at Lake Chelan. A lot of activity with boats on Lake Chelan this afternoon as we look down from our Bear Mountain Sky-Fi Tower camera. And what a day out there today. Once again, wasn't all that warm. Yesterday only about 85 degrees, which was slightly below where we should be. Today not hot, but still a nice day out there. We were above normal unofficially at 89 degrees. 86 now is our official normal high temperature. 64 was our low this morning, and that's 4 degrees above where we should be to start our day at 60. Our record high 103 set back in 1967, and our record low was 48 degrees set in 1973. Still no new precipitation lately since we've had really those gully washers about a week and a half ago, so we're still sitting at 4.73 inches for the year. Sunrise now is after 6 a.m. at 6:02, and sunset creeping up to 8 o'clock just after 8 at 8:06. Let's take a look at what we can expect for your Tuesday forecast, and it doesn't look bad. In fact, if you like that warmer weather, we're going to add another 90-degree day to the 22 that we've seen so far this year. 92 in Wenatchee. Warm spot will be Moses Lake at 94 tomorrow. 93 in both Quincy and Ephrata. 89 for you folks in Leavenworth. A beautiful day up in Lake Wenatchee tomorrow at 83. And how about a trip to Lake Chelan tomorrow at 90, and a hot one for you folks in Omak tomorrow as well at 92 degrees. Taking a look at our surface loop now, what we can expect: clear skies and just beautiful weather. More of the same, at least for the next 48 hours. Tonight, clear skies, west breezes 5 to 15 miles an hour. But this is what we're keeping our eye on out here in the Pacific. This area of low pressure will slide up into British Columbia. That won't affect us so much on Tuesday, where we will see sunny skies and just very hot temperatures all around eastern and central Washington. But by later in the day, this system will begin to creep in a little bit closer to north central Washington. And then by Wednesday, expect some changes in our weather. Partly cloudy skies. We will see cooler temperatures with at least a 30% chance of showers. You can see the blue right through north central Washington. It will be short-lived, though. We'll be back to clear skies on Thursday, or at least mostly clear skies with some sunshine and mild temperatures Thursday as well. We're talking mid to upper 80s, and that, folks, is pretty much where we're going to stay beyond Thursday into Friday with mostly sunny skies. We will warm up a little bit. That area of low pressure slides up the coast almost all the way in to the Gulf of Alaska, and that means beautiful weather for us. Saturday mostly sunny. This weekend will be just spectacular with temperatures about 80 to 85 degrees. You can see that orange color, which does signify about 80 to 90 degrees. Same goes for Sunday as we end our weekend, sunny and mild with high temperatures and light winds once again then in the mid to upper 80s. Let's take a look at your quick lube and tune 7-day forecast. Tonight we'll drop down to 63 degrees, which is about where we should be for this time of year. There's the warmest day of our forecast. Tomorrow at 92 degrees, 65 our low, 84 then, quite a cool down as we get into midweek Wednesday. That 30% may go up a little bit when we get together again tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see, but a pretty good shot that we'll see some moisture on Wednesday. Thursday 86, Friday then 88, and what a beautiful weekend on tap with mostly sunny to sunny skies both days on Saturday and Sunday. 87 your high Saturday, all the way up to 88 beautiful degrees to end our weekend on Sunday. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
At some point, we realized that value and practicality go hand in hand. A time when an unnoticed accumulation of items has become burdensome. These possessions still have value, but now lack usefulness. Donate your unwanted items to Goodwill and become a job creator. Your donations allow Goodwill to provide much-needed training to job seekers in our community. And that's pretty useful for everyone.
Make plans to attend the August 30th grand opening of the all-new Goodwill on Columbia Center Boulevard in Kennewick.
Some jobs are a calling. They require something deeper, an innate devotion to the communities in which we live. At Gisa Credit Union, we help you support local firefighters. With every purchase you make with a Gisa Local Heroes Affinity debit card, we make a donation to select firefighter organizations. After all, we can never repay them, but we can do our best to help a little with the Gisa Firefighters Affinity debit card.
Are you watching me? If you're watching me and you are a business owner in North Central Washington, your potential customers could be seeing your TV commercial right now. With Solion Broadcasting, TV advertising is effective and affordable. Place your ads on the network best suited to your potential customers, or get top-of-mind awareness with 16 cable networks, including NCWLIFE, your local TV channel. Give Solion Broadcasting a call at 888-2020 today to see how easy and affordable it is to advertise on TV.
Hey folks, Carrie from Blueberry Hills in Manson, where we've got huge news. We've started our Blueberry U-Pick. It's a great time to toss the family in the car and get on out to Blueberry Hills, where you can get the best down-home scratch country cooking around and pick some of the world's most delicious and largest blueberries that have been high desert farmed. This makes for an intense blueberry flavor, and they are so much fun to pick. Our fields are open 8 to 2:30 daily and restaurant from 8 to 3, so come on out and join us.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Monday to you. We'll have a high school football preview, believe it or not, coming up a little bit later on in sports. First, though, pro football. Seahawks are on the road in Minneapolis last night for week 2 of the preseason and fell to the Vikings 25-19. First-string offense looked pretty good. Russell Wilson in mid-season form, connecting on 6 of 9 passes for 82 yards, including several nice balls to Jerron Brown and Tyler Lockett. It was also the first time Seahawks fans were able to see Chris Carson run the ball, who carried it 5 times for 25 yards. Coach Pete Carroll afterwards says there's plenty to be happy about, but also much that needs to be improved upon.
Good hard night, a lot of good ball. This is a good club. They play good in all 3 phases, and they let you know where you stand in some areas. I thought it was an interesting game. I'm really anxious to see the film. I thought the first unit did a nice job. We did a nice job of tempo. Russ was moving the club pretty well. We missed a couple third down throws that would have made a big difference in their outing, but they did move the football well. The first line protected well, did all the things that we had hoped to do, kind of just getting started. So this is the first outing for those guys, and that was a positive. So we'll see. We got things to fix. The penalty situation changed. When is it when you're happy when you only have 9 penalties? But compared to last week, it's a big improvement, and we need to keep going in that area and do a nice job.
Jason Myers connected on 4 field goals, the longest 52 yards, and Deshaun Shedd scored Seattle's lone touchdown on an 88-yard interception return. Shedd also collected a sack in the end zone last week for a safety, and Coach Carroll happy to see the veteran come through.
Another big play. It was a big play last week, big play this week. Good for him. Good for us. Was a really well-played play, and they made a little error, and we took advantage of it, and put it in the end zone, which was a big play.
I mean, as soon as I caught that ball, I looked up, and there was a couple of guys to my left, and I knew then I'm about to outrun them. My mindset was to score, get the ball in the end zone for my team, and get back and line up to play the next play.
Now, Coach Carroll's post-game press conference also included the news of rookie wide receiver DK Metcalf is will undergo knee surgery, that is, tomorrow. Hopefully be ready for the season when it begins. With its preseason record now 1-1, Seattle returns home to continue training camp this week to prepare for another road game in Carson, California. They'll take on the LA Chargers on Saturday. Well, the Mariners wrap up the impressive weekend in Toronto with a 7-0 complete game shutout by Yusei Kikuchi yesterday. Kikuchi had his best game as a major leaguer, earning the 2-hit shutout with 8 strikeouts and a walk. He improved his record of 5-8 in the process. Mariners did the damage at the plate with home runs, 4 of which to be exact, one each by Kyle Seager, Austin Nola, Tom Murphy, and Keon Broxton. Seattle took 2 of 3 from the Jays over the weekend. Now head to Tampa Bay to begin a 3-game series with Rays. Marco Gonzalez on the mound against Brendan McKay. Also in the American League West on Sunday, as we open up the Les Schwab scoreboard, Jorge Polanco's bases clearing triple in the 8th was the difference. Minnesota topped Texas 6-3. Matt Tice hit a 3-run home run, went 3 for 4 at the plate as the Angels beat the White Sox 9-2. Zach Greinke earned his 200th career win by going 7 innings, allowing 1 run on 4 hits with 6 strikeouts, and led to Houston past Oakland 4-1. Alex Bregman helped the cause at the plate for the Astros, going 4 for 4, 3 ribbies, and his 30th home run. Well, the Corvallis Knights are once again the champions of the West Coast League. The Knights beat the Victoria Harbor Cats 11-1 yesterday at Goss Stadium to clinch the team's 4th consecutive title. Corvallis is the first in WCL history to achieve a four-peat. Title is their 7th for the Knights overall. Tavita Gerber limited the Harbor Cats to 1 run on 4 hits in 6 innings to earn the victory. At the plate, Corvallis led by Brooks Lee once again, 3 for 5 with 2 runs and an RBI. And Knights set a record by the end of the season. 54-14 was their record. That's a record. Also, second straight West Coast League Championship Series between Victoria and Corvallis to go 3 games. Knights winning it 2-1. Well, the weather cooperated, albeit windy, for some racing action at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval on Saturday night. R.T. Greiner of East Wenatchee won the Plum Perfect Roadrunners main event. Portland's Kenny Burns took the checkered flag in the WMRA Midget main event. Also, plenty of carnage in the Johnson Electric Bump to Pass main with 21 cars in the race. And the fan favorite of the night was the boat race, WVSO having a race again September 7th. The Jerry Bershauer Memorial 100 presented by Jerry's Auto Supply. Well, high school football, believe it or not, begins this week. Local teams hit the fields Wednesday for their first official practice. Wenatchee Panther coach Scott Devereaux is hoping the offseason workout by his improving team can wipe the memory away of how the 2018 season ended with losses to Sunnyside and Eastmont.
I think about a couple of games from last season. You know, we lost 2 games by 5 points, and that was the difference. I really thought if we could have forced that third 3-way playoff, that we had a great shot of winning that. But you know, we didn't finish in those 2 games. We had a couple opportunities to win both, and we didn't get it. So, you know, now it's all about this year. But we did lose some key guys, and especially on defense, probably took the biggest hit.
Wenatchee graduated quite a few guys off that defense that was second best to the Big 9 last year, and Devereaux says that provides the challenge coming up for the 2019 season.
Really what we focused on this summer was trying to get guys in the right place, because we have some athletes. It's how do we share them on the field. And, you know, it's been a fun summer moving guys around a little bit. When we start camp on Wednesday, we're going to move some guys again, and just to get the right mix. But it's hard to replace a guy like Eamon, who was unanimous all first-team linebacker, and Darius, who's unanimous strong safety. So, you know, some guys are going to have to step up that haven't played a lot, but I think we have the right guys.
We'll continue to preview Wenatchee and Eastmont all week as preparations get underway for the opening night, September 6th. High school football already upon us. Grant, that's sports. Back to you.
Thank you, Eric. And we leave you tonight with a picture from Wenatchee resident John Barta, who often can be seen with his camera at Walla Walla Point Park. He captured this image last week of an osprey carrying a sucker fish it caught in the Columbia River. And remember, if you have a video of the day or picture of the day that you'd like to see on the NCW Life Evening News, message us on our Facebook page at the NCW Life channel. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us.
NCW Life Channel is your home for local news, local weather, and events including live local high school sports. Watch inspiring local shows featuring local people. Don't miss Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Let's learn. Guada TV. Street Talk and Other Stuff. The 12th District. Life with Lisa. And the Arbiter of Stoke. NCW Life Channel is your local TV station.
Only one dealership in Wenatchee has Motor Trend's SUV of the Year and Truck of the Year. That's right, Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram has the all-new Jeep Wrangler and the all-new Ram 1500 pickup. Or get the best of both worlds in the new Jeep Gladiator. Visit Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram today for more information on these award winners and see why there's no reason to leave town to buy your next vehicle.
My first experience with CVCH, I had to come in with my daughter by myself with a cut in my hand that required stitches. And the care and compassion at CVCH was really significant, that they took the care and compassion and made me feel more as a human instead of just a patient there. The care they have for their community all around, inside and outside the clinic, is what I feel like is different. And that's what makes me want to come back to CVCH and recommend them to my friends and family.